What's up, savages? I hope everyone had a great holiday. Mine was kick-ass. My nephew destroys everything at the ripe old age of 2. Yeah, he is a little monster who I don't understand how people have kids. I don't get it. He's adorable, but my God, that is one hell of a burden. Anyways, I'm here to talk about Halo 5, the beta. So, yesterday I went live to just about everyone who bought Master Chief Collection, and I threw it up on my stream because I am chaotically busy with everything and prepped for Worlds. And I gotta say, I liked every second I saw of it. We're gonna cover 3, maybe more, but we're gonna cover 3 points. Number 1, if you compare Halo 2 Anniversary to Halo 5, I automatically stop paying attention to you because Halo 2 Anniversary might be one of the most boring competitive games out there. You're talking about a game that uses 3 maps, a game that has no map movement at all on one game type in TS Lockout. That might be the worst competitive game type in any game ever. Ever. It's just a nightmare. So, if that's your argument, get the fucking baby out the house right now, okay? Moving forward. Number 2, sprint, right? And I can feel everyone just like get tense as soon as I say that word, sprint. Now, I don't mind what they've done with sprint. I really don't. I think the fact that it balances off of shields is interesting. The one thing that gets me, though, is that I don't know if it was just visually or if I read it somewhere. I can't really remember. Yesterday was nuts, but it looks like you sprint faster if you have like a pistol out than if you have like a sniper out, right? So this raises the question of why would they not just make that innate in movement speed itself? Because basically what you're looking for in a game is you want to have multiple different speeds, which I understand. Counter-Strike has it. Call of Duty has it. MOBAs all have it. I mean, you're in a MOBA, you're looking at, base stats that are different than one another. You have boots that add it, then you have buffs that add it. I mean, there's a lot of changes in movement, so I get it. But it raises the question of, what would it be like if they just kept it at the simple fact of, okay, if you have a pistol, you move faster. Done, right? I think that would be an interesting mechanic, but I understand where sprint is because it's 2014 going on 2015, and really, no FPS can be released without sprint. Just can't happen. It really can't. I think the balancing's fine of it. Now, the one thing that gets me, though, which is very, very unique, is the fact that I was sitting there and I was watching Snipe Down a bit last night and Roy, and the one thing that got me was that the AR seemed to be like a 50-50 battle with a BR, which then raises the question of, okay, weapon balancing's great. And I saw Elitist was tweeting about it, and then I asked him because I was sitting there at work and I didn't know it went live yet. And he was like, yeah, it feels like a 50-50 battle in sprint. And I was just like, okay. As soon as I hear someone say sprint, I'm just like, fuck off. Like, you probably don't know what you're talking about. Just get out of my face. So, once I saw that, and then I started watching it, it raised the question of, all right, if the AR is going to be a 50-50 battle, why not simply make the BR a 1-second kill, right? Because at range, theoretically, right, I let's just call the AR kill time like 0.9 seconds, whatever it is, right? Because the main battle here that we're talking about is mid-range, the fact that the AR can kind of do it, which mid-range in Halo 1 never really existed, but like, if you were coming up open ramp on Hang 'em High, someone had a pistol top open ramp, you would probably win that. For the AR in that game, that was probably mid-range. For the pistol, that was close range, right? But like, the pistol could reach from here to fucking Madagascar and 3-shot you like it didn't exist. So, what the fuck can you do? So when I think about it, I think I want them to experiment with the faster kill time with the BR and DMR and just everything. I think that would be interesting. Like, keep all the assault weapons the exact same. But again, I didn't hate it. My main problem, and this is something that I think should be added, and there's something that also should be removed. The fact that I can clamber from bottom, middle, on midship, or shrine, or whatever the fuck it's called. Truth. Truth. Yeah, it's truth. The fact that I can clamber from bottom middle to top middle, Quinny boy, come on, man. I love you like a sister, but you gotta rip that that top middle hole out. That shit. Whew, that is my nightmare. My nightmare is dealing with strong side in Halo 2 midship 2007, and he's strong siding his ass off, but first he sprints, and then he jumps up, clambers up to top middle, grabs the super sword, which is what I'm gonna call it, the super sword. Now he has like 87% movement speed increase. Well, it's 25, but you get the point. That's my nightmare. Okay, take that out. But the one thing I would rather see. So I understand the whole Spartan abilities, and I get where they're trying to tie it into the lore, and they can justify it and all that. But Quinn, here's what I want you to try. All right. So there's a mechanic in Gears of War 3 that when you were shooting at a person, if you clicked right stick down, you would put a blue circle over their fucking head that was basically like a nav point for your teammates. So now, when they're in those weird spots and you can't really call them out, you can just be like, I highlighted a guy going up to pink 2. Oh, shit. Okay, so now your teammates see all of them. I think that is one of the most badass features in any FPS. And the only reason I thought of that was because I watched an old Gears of War 3 video from Hypefestation when the fathering was going in and CDN, my fucking man, was kicking people in the tits. So Quinny, give that a shot. Other than that, to everyone out there who says, I've been a Halo fan since, you haven't done shit, alright? You haven't played any of the games at a competitive level. You probably don't know what it's like, and if you haven't played every game, at least the beginning 3 at a competitive level, I don't fucking trust you. So other than that, I love you, but I don't love you. Take it easy.